Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Dish Shelter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Hello! It's a Thursday, and it's a night, and it's a hangout. Therefore, we are here.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I, of course, am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific comer himself, Zealeus.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, the Thursday Night Hangout. It's a live show where we try our best to cover the topics most important to you during the show. At any point during the show, if you have any thoughts, comments, subjects, opinions that you would like to add to the discussion, please do so by putting it into the chat either on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. All right. Let us get down to business. First of all, congratulations to Alter Confusion for last week's podcast post. Apparently was the 200th episode on Podbean. So we're doing something.
That is over 2,000 hours of Alter Confusion enjoyment you can listen to.
It's true. So.
Just put it on in the loop.
So, the first thing that we got to talk about, not about the podcast, but ironically, the platform that hosts the video version of the Thursday Night Hangout. That, of course, is YouTube. There's some big news that came down from YouTube, and that is that YouTube will only pay for posting original content with real voices starting July 15th.
What about video game voices? Meaning you're playing a video game and there's a voice that comes out of the video game because you're streaming the game. Is that considered a real voice?
No. They want if you're gonna be playing a playthrough or streaming gameplay, they want your voice added to it. Now, of course, people have already gone, well, I've got this amazing AI app that basically samples my voice, and I could just put whatever, commentary track over my videos, so it's not really my voice, it's an AI chat voice, but it sounds like me. I'm like, I don't understand why you're. I mean, I do, but at the same time, I'm like, just use your real voice. It's still your voice, so you're giving the AI chatbot your permission to use your voice.
No, I'm all for the rule. I will be very curious to see how it does. I'm curious about the system, like how. Hopefully, it doesn't become like the DMCA situation, right, where, if somebody pisses you off, you can basically for $10 go on Fiverr and pay somebody to do the DMCA a YouTuber or video you don't like and get it taken down and potentially doing nefarious things.
Well, I don't think it's for takedown. I think it's just simply that you can't make any ad revenue off of it.
I'm referencing for people where that's their livelihood.
Right.
So you're right. Yeah, it's different than taking it down. Yes, but it's still the same net result. It's worse to have it taken down, yes, but still to get it demonetized, if that's your livelihood, that's where I hope it can't become weaponized in that regard. Like the spirit of it, I agree with. Like the spirit behind it, where it's authentic people actually talking, and it's just not as I guess AI slop is the new term. Maybe it's been a term, I don't know. That's not just AI slop.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a little bit of irony to it to me, in that, in a way, like YouTube should be the perfect, I would consider like capitalistic experiment, right? Where it should be, you're echoing, by the way, where the content that's actually popular is to the top. So I guess my counterpoint would be, if something is popular, like let's just say Alter Confusion absolutely loves this AI content.
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers with cheese is the AI version of Bob's Burgers, but now the cheese is the AI slop on top of the burger. But we absolutely love it. If we, as an entity, are choosing to watch this, and a million of our other fans are also watching Bob's Burger with AI slop on top of it, why shouldn't that be able to be monetized? I guess I'll give my counter argument, because I guess my point is, it's not like AI viewers are just watching it because they have 0 views. It's making money because obviously people are watching it. So if people are watching it, why shouldn't it be monetized? I guess would be my counter argument.
True. I don't know.
I guess that's the way. I mean, I'm all for supporting actual authentic voices, I can't really think of a good reason why, just because it's AI created, it shouldn't be able to be monetized. Because if people are speaking with their wallets, well, I guess technically their eyeballs, and they're watching the AI content, like they're watching AI content. So there's that. So, I mean, I'm not an AI YouTube creator. I mean, you do the creation stuff on YouTube, but so the spirit of it, where it's real people making money on YouTube, I'm for. But at the same time, a little bit, it's kind of like if people are watching AI slop, who cares? Like,
well, what? Okay, so here's my question. Since they're going, about all the real voice and whatnot, what about those YouTubers that utilize a like a voice filter, or more, to be more to the point? What about VTubers?
Yeah, which again, I would argue that if somebody is watching those VTubers, and my guess is there's some kind of crazy sub fandom revolving around that people are really into, because there's a fandom for everything, then more power to them. Yeah. So sure, whatever. I feel like that YouTube, it feels like so many not random, but hard to enforce rules in the first place. Almost seems like randomly enforced, maybe, is a better way of putting it. Right. Where I'll be very fascinated by this. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. Like I said, it takes effect July 15th. So that's in 5 days, whatever day that is. Because, of course, that would be next Tuesday.
Yeah. And I mean, if it were any attempt to improve YouTube as a whole experience, then I would actually have, ironically, I'd have less of an issue if YouTube were like, fuck it, we're just banning AI slop than demonetizing AI slop. Like, that's kind of how I feel about it. But I also don't really have a bone in the fight either way. It's not like I really watch AI videos. So I'm kind of like, whatever. In the first place, I guess you could say.
Well, I mean, okay, so here's a couple things. Is this, I don't know enough about this. I don't know if it's going to be like all the videos starting July 15th. So like you're grandfathered in on the old content, but any new content, I don't know. Also, as part of, for anyone who's actually uploaded videos to YouTube in the last, like, I guess, year, there is a radio button that you have to select that states if you are utilizing, if anything in your video contains an impersonation of someone saying something that they didn't actually say.
Yeah, I have seen that before. Yeah.
So,
yeah. And because, like, I'm reading and it's like, it's updating the restrictions around inauthentic content, blah, 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 which I get. But at the same time, it's, if people are watching inauthentic content, they're watching it. I think YouTube's point is more so that they want to discourage the creation of inauthentic content, which I understand. But at that point, why not just ban it in the first place if it's shitty content?
Different strokes for different folks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But speaking of AI, so for those of you out there who may or may not know about this, the SAG-AFTRA, which is the labor union that represents the U.S.-based video game voice actors, have struck a deal with media companies that both increase wages, thank goodness, because voice acting it's not as easy as it looks. It provides better
AI solve all your voice problems, sir.
It provides better guardrails against artificial intelligence.
Yep.
Game studios will now be required actual consent from voice actors, who will also be able to suspend the use of AI replicas of their voice if need be. So basically, this might be like the very early workings of pushing AI generated voice content out of the game industry.
Good.
I do like the fact that because unfortunately, as much as I've supported this local company, Hi-Rez has been in the crosshairs for utilizing AI to spoof some additional lines for some of their characters without the consent of the voice actors. And that's, in my mind, a big no-no, because guess what? When the AI lines are created, the voice actor doesn't get a single cent.
Yeah.
It is their voice. It is their livelihood, because that's, I mean, you don't see, there are voice actors who actually act on camera, but a lot of the voice actors, you would be really surprised by what they actually look like. So all their money is their voice.
I know it's sounds a little bit contrary to what I was just saying about YouTube.
Yeah.
But this is definitely one case where, like, I definitely support. So, like, I mean, AI is going to be a part of jobs regardless. That's not going away, but not at the cost of replacing jobs. And to me, a pretty clear line of that is using AI to actually do voice acting replacement is, to me, a clear replacement if AI has now actually taken this job, which to me is not okay. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what either party wants to tell you, like, most people actually want to work and, like, have a living. I mean, we don't want to work, but we understand that we have to work. I'll put it that way. And they want to, contribute and do what they're supposed to. And, like, kind of to the whole SAG-AFTRA thing, like, if we don't have some kind of guardrails around that, 20 years from now, there ain't going to be any damn jobs, which doesn't help anyone. So, yeah, I'm all for protecting the jobs to ensure that AI doesn't literally replace entire job segments, because without that, it would happen.
Yeah. Now, speaking of AI potentially replacing job segments, let's talk about the fact that Microsoft has gone through yet another wave of layoffs. This one occurred on July 2nd. They have reduced the workforce by 4%, which is 9,100 jobs.
Jeez.
This is also this is on a top of the 8,000 layoffs that they've already had this year. So you're looking at 17,100 jobs in 6 months. So that's basically 7% of the global workforce of Microsoft and all its entities.
That's a lot of people and jobs and livelihoods.
Now, some people have basically pointed the finger, saying that some of these jobs are being replaced with AI. I don't know the factualness, if that's even a word, of if that's actually happening, but I would not be surprised. The one thing that is pointed out is that the vast majority of these workers who have been laid off are not the unionized portions, the very small unionized portions of Microsoft. So basically, anyone who's not union is apparently fair game at this point.
So you're saying is we should all get unionized to actually save our jobs and our livelihoods.
Yes. It looks like 40% of the job cuts have been in the software engineering department.
Jeez.
They've hit of course Microsoft's home is in the state of Washington, and that of course has been hit really bad. But the layoffs are also in California. They're in Europe, they're in Australia, they're in New Zealand. So seriously, this is the global workforce that's getting just beaten up bad.
Yeah, kids don't become a software engineer.
Yeah, I don't know. Go back to go to trade school, learn how to weld and carpentry and that kind of stuff. Electricians, plumbers. AI can't take those jobs yet.
And not to type.
Because good Lord.
Yeah.
The sad thing is I know quite a few people who, I think in the last 10 months, who have unfortunately lost their jobs and some of them in the game industry, some of them in other industries, but there's not really outside of the trade industries. Like seriously, if you're not yet in the job, part of this wonderful weird ass world we are, learn a trade. Weld, electricity, something.
The problem is they're laying off, and then where are you going to find a job? Unfortunately for those industries, because then nobody's really hiring for them.
Yep.
It's all a giant cluster pain. Yeah.
Okay, so let's change gears to something a little bit silly, a little bit stupid. Less depressing, and that is that, remember maybe like a month ago we were talking about the fact that there was a specific GameStop that stupidly stapled the pre-order receipts to the Switch 2 boxes, and the staples were actually damaging the Switch 2 screens.
Oh yes.
Well, GameStop has of course been running with this stapler meme deal, trying to get as much love and attention as possible. They of course
stock a couple years ago.
They had they work with Nintendo to get replacements for all the damaged Switch 2s. They also got I think some maybe some gift cards for I think GameStop or Nintendo to try to soften the blow. I mean, they actually did a good thing for once. But talking about the stapler, the stapling incident, GameStop is auctioning off a stapler and the staple that damaged a customer's Nintendo Switch 2 for charity. Are you kidding me?
That's actually kind of funny. But at the same time, they're auctioning off for charity. I can't fault that. I could appreciate them going in all in it. Why not? What's it going to harm?
The black stapler used by a GameStop associate who, in a moment of launch night excitement and misjudged enthusiasm, stapled a receipt directly to a customer's new Nintendo Switch 2 box, punching both cardboard and screen in one swift motion. That staple and stapler is going to be auctioned off for charity. And I'm trying to see if the site is up right now.
I'm kind of impressed they got the staple back from the customer.
Here we go. Is this the website? Yep.
I'm trying to look.
It's on eBay, and right now, the GameStop Staplegate charity auction. There's already been 206 bids on it, and the bid is up to $120,100.
Are you? What?
Yeah.
I was thinking like $500.
Well, I mean, so okay, so it is the stapler, the first stapled Switch 2. So you're getting a Switch 2 out of it.
But it's been stapled.
They refurbed it, so the screen is repaired and ready to play. The actual box and the staple. All the proceeds are going to Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So,
I mean, it's going to charity, so it's cool. But at the same time, okay, I don't have that kind of money to blow.
Yep.
Wish I did. then I can make some AI videos for YouTube to talk about the SAG-AFTRA and how we should not use AI to take over jobs. Oh wait, I'm using it anyways. I'm very confused.
I'm so confused.
I have a moral conundrum. I don't know what to do.
And just so everyone knows, it is just that one instance. It's not like there's multiple staplers and multiple switch twos and staples. It's literally apparently the first one that was actually stapled.
But why don't they auction the rest of the switch twos at this point to make a killing?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's a unique thing, so it drives the price up. Who knows?
I'm
curious. Are they gonna have like a shadow box on their wall of like, this was the OG stapler?
They've got a certificate of authenticity that comes with it.
It's an expensive, authentic sticker there.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that happening. Good grief. Sure. Yeah. Sounds fun.
If the original customer, I'm almost like, I wish I'd kept that Switch and then apparently sold it.
Yeah.
I could have made a kidding.
I know. All right. Speaking of, I don't know, I guess certificates of authenticity could be kind of, it's like a contract-ish. I'm trying to get a segue here, guys. There is a update to the EULA for Ubisoft products. This is a fun one for everyone. It's a real punch in the nuts to all of us wonderful consumers and gamers out there. And that is, in the latest EULA released by Ubisoft, it states that the user is required to destroy or delete all copies of games once that game is taken offline.
What is defined as being offline? Does it mean it's been delisted from the online store? Or does it mean like a Division 2 is no longer available to play on the servers? It's two very different things.
Right, exactly. And I'm still trying to figure out delisting.
Either way,
it's delisting.
Even if it's been delisted, you are now contractually obligated to remove it from your computer.
Yes.
Oh, that's a load of horseshit.
Now, of course, the question that I want to know is, what about physical copies?
You have to go burn them in your furnace.
Ubisoft is going to knock on your door. And
it's going to be like it's going to be the broadband people from VMware, and they're going to come find you, man. They will find you if you use that, old version. I don't know if they actually made it, but Heroes of Might and Magic, the OG.
Yeah,
they're going to learn that you put it into your CD player, and they're going to come find you.
Actually, I think the first Heroes of Might and Magic that was on CD might have been 3.
Maybe. And I know it wasn't Ubisoft who made it, but still.
Yeah, no, that was I had it. Fuck. I can see it in my head. I can't remember what it is. Huh?
Was it Sierra?
What? I don't know. Actually, hold that thought real quick, Zealeus. I think I might actually know where mine is.
But regardless, like the idea of, this has been an ongoing thing for years now, where it's like basically a video game on your computer that you've digitally downloaded. It's a license to play. And I think there's been some kind of acceptance in the gaming community where we know it's a license, right? Okay, I'm licensed to play it. I don't own it, whatever that means. But this is very clearly a anti-consumer EULA action to be like, yes, we've talked about this license thing, but now you really, really don't own it. And furthermore, I guess the step up from this was like they actually install, like, put a toggle on that game where when it gets delisted, they can remotely delete it. Because right now they can patch it, right? Like if you're like you have the Ubi launcher thing, right?
Yeah.
One of the benefits of the launchers is automatic updates, where there's no probably technical reason why the reverse couldn't hold true, where that launcher could then retroactively delete applications and, well, I guess games at any time.
Okay, so I couldn't find Heroes of Might and Magic, but I did find Might and Magic 7.
Okay.
I have it on CD,
Nice.
and it is New World Computing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't even recognize that one.
Along with, how about the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Game of the Year edition?
Nice.
And just for giggles, let's also, oh, here we go, Icewind Dale.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Icewind Dale 2. My bad.
Back when you got authentic game manuals to go with it. It was always like my favorite part is like Icewind Dale. I remember you get like the book of like feats and spells.
Yeah.
And it'll spiral bound.
Yeah.
You'd actually go and, you'd have to look at that first and kind of like game out. Like, all right, I'm going to create my character. But yeah, this is also, of course, the whole thing with Ubisoft, and you have the whole EU petition for games to never to die. So you got that going on at the same time.
That's the Stop Killing Games movement.
Thank you. Yeah, the Stop Killing Games movement, which apparently, if it passes, would actually hinder the development of video games. Go figure that one out. So, yeah. I'm not.
No, go for it.
I'd say I'm not surprised that Ubisoft is doing this at all, because this is a big video game conglomerate action.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't mean we have to like it.
I do like the fact that that Notch, the gentleman whose brainchild is Minecraft, or was Minecraft, I guess. Yep. He has come out after all of this stuff, and he's basically said, if buying a game is not a purchase, then pirating them is not theft.
Take that, video game publishers.
Ha 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 ha.
Watch out. You put it that way, you're going to be required to pay a monthly subscription to play the game.
Well, I mean, it's not as, it's not in the same ballpark, but apparently Dungeons and Dragons, their whole thing has gone to like a franchise model where the tabletop, the video games, the movies, the books, all that stuff is now under a single company now, which I think is just crazy. But anyways, sorry, random thought there.
I would still love to see a follow-up from the last D&D movie.
The Honor Among Thieves?
Yeah, it's great.
It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I thought it was a great movie. You're right. I did not go with high hopes, but I came out like, wow, this is actually really good. But I think that's the problem, is like nobody had hopes, so nobody saw it in the first place.
Right. Well, I mean, in my mind, the Dungeons and Dragons movie, not the one with Jeremy Irons, but the one that had Chris Pine in it, and Honor Among Thieves. That one, after seeing the Jeremy Irons one, I was like, oh dear God, not again. This is going to suck, because Dungeons and Dragons is really like the backbone to tons of different stories.
Yes.
And I mean, I understand the draw of having, just basically an enormous sandbox with a bunch of toys in there, but that doesn't mean that utilizing certain pieces is going to make an awesome, sandcastle or something like that. And that was my fear. And of course, my fear, I'm sorry for those out there who are going to be offended by this, but I thought the Minecraft movie was hot garbage. I mean, I understood Jack Black. Jack Black is Jack Black. Whatever, he's going to be over the top, kooky, crazy. He's going to make songs of everything. Yeah, that's fine. The Jason Momoa character was a little much. The storyline is okay, but it was. Though I tell you what, I was talking to someone the other day.
Did the kids enjoy it?
What they were like, the zaniness. They kind of knew it was going to be just mindless stupidity. But the one thing they got out of it was that Jason Momoa would be perfect, and he showed that he was perfect because of his performance in the Minecraft movie and doing a movie based on Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I was like, holy crap, yes.
I also really enjoy him as a bad guy because in not Final Fantasy, good lord, Fast and the Furious, he's the bad guy and he's wonderful at it. It's like those actors who can go like over the top and have basically no shame, and I say that in the best possible way, are great.
Right.
Kind of like Daniel Radcliffe. Since done total 180, he's an actor since Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And like in any movie where he's basically the bad guy, and he could be like the crazy zany guy. Fabulous. He's always the best actor in the entire show. When he can be that type of character. So yes, I love those kind of actors.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I actually, speaking of Radcliffe, I really enjoyed him in a movie called Horns, which is based off of a Joe Hill novel, which of course is Stephen King's son.
Yep.
That was So yes, he too has a wide range.
Indeed.
Okay. The next bit is it's more of a recommendation shout out. There is a new-ish movie on Netflix. That's concept is like over the top, but it's actually really good. And it's called KPop Demon Hunters.
I have seen that in my feed, and I'm like, what the hell is
this? So so there's always a band of females who are demon hunters that are protecting the world from a demon world invasion. And the way that they protect it is by a combination of singing and then basically unlocking happiness in the souls of all the people around them.
Please tell me this is like based off of like a comic book or something else, or is this actually like an original IP?
I don't know if it's based off an IP, but
what you're telling me, I actually should go watch it.
It's good. It is good. Now, of course, the twist is that the demons find a way to try to battle against the K-pop girl trio, and that is to put together a K-pop boy band. And it's not bad. It's there's twists, there's turns, there's a love story. It's the studio, the animation studio that did it is the same studio that did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
So if you like that art style, that's what you're gonna get. And my son and I sat down and watched it, and after seeing it, my son has continuously listened to the soundtrack. The soundtrack's got quite a few catchy songs. I mean, they're all K-pop.
Is he going to go become a K-pop fanatic?
No, he likes the beat, the lyrics.
You should start with the K-pop, is what I'm hearing.
So, anyways, but
I'm not telling him it's a real thing.
He knows it's a real thing. But anyways, I've got to just do a quick shout out and say that it's pretty good. I'll admit it's good.
Maybe it's definitely been there staring me in the face. I'm like, I'm watching Mr. Robot instead right now.
Let's just say that if I had the option between watching K-pop Demon Hunters or Minecraft again, I would watch the K-pop Demon Hunters again 10 out of 10 times.
Fair enough.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause real quick to thank the individuals who help Alter Confusion be the Alter Confusion that you love and adore. That, of course, is all about the friends of the show. So to start off, let's go with the Indie Cluster. The Indie Cluster is an organization of independent game developers that want to gain exposure by being involved in the community. They collectively journey to popular conferences as a traveling booth to help gain attention for their games. They make partnerships with local communities to bring games to the mainstream mindset. They also host events to teach kids and minority groups about game development to hopefully one day enter the industry themselves. For more information, go to indiecluster.com. The next shout out we got to give is to the AV master himself. That, of course, is Noodle Boy Media. Founded in 2015 by Andrew Tran, Noodle Boy Media, previously Whack Kid 47 Media, is your choice for professional photo shoots and panel recordings at conventions. They pride themselves in providing a high level of professionalism, top-notch experiences, and quality services. If you want more information and to view their full list of services, check out facebook.com/noodleboymedia. The next shout out we're going to give is to an individual who's local to the Atlanta area, and this gentleman unfortunately can't see me until next week, so my aches and pains of long gaming sessions and sitting in office chairs will have to wait. That, of course, is Hero Chiropractic. Hero Chiropractic is a unique healthcare practice set up by Ryan Moore. The company's focus to elevate a patient's experience of freedom, creative expression, and joy. They believe that everyone can be a hero and has incredible heroic potential inside themselves waiting to be unleashed. Hero Chiropractic focuses on mobile chiropractic care in the greater Atlanta area. They are committed to healing clients by creating a plan of action uniquely suited for each person. They make that plan of action as convenient and affordable as possible, and most importantly, suited to their individual needs. For more information, go to herochiropractic.com, which ironically, he's going to come see me next Tuesday, and then I'm immediately seeing the Offspring concert. So I don't know if that's actually going to be a good thing or a bad thing.
It needs to loosen up your body so you can do the moshing and head banging.
And then mess up all the adjustments I just got. Okay. The next shout out we got to give is to the music maestro himself, and that, of course, is CrossPad Creative. Need a new logo or want to work on a full branding and content strategy? Or maybe you need music or audio for your content, just like Alter Confusion? CrossPad Creative offers a whole host of solutions for individuals and small businesses. Just email Josh at crosspadcreative@gmail.com and see what he can do for you. The final shout out we got to give is to the one and only, the first person to back us through Patreon. That, of course, is Agile Axiom. By day, X leads both a development team and system administration team working with satellites at NASA's Goddard campus. While not in meetings and many times during, he is the Agile evangelist, Agile X, championing the philosophy of Agile and trying to make the world a better place for software developers, testers, system admins, and software projects the world over. Decades of experience in software development and leading Agile teams are brought to bear against evil processes, inefficient work, and bad habits. For more information, go to agileaxiom.com. So I know at this very moment in time, you've got to be asking yourself, how do I become a friend of the show? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is quite simple, and I am glad that you asked. Ladies and gentlemen, Alter Confusion survives on the love and support of fans like you, and so we have a Patreon page. Patreon lets you, the fans, lovers, haters, demigods, interdimensional beings, gods, demons, aliens, vampires, werewolves, swamp creatures, mummies, supporters, and more to become active participants in the work we love through a monthly membership. This gives access to exclusive content, community, and insight into our creative process. In exchange, we gain a bit more freedom to do our best work and the stability we need to build an even stronger creative career. We currently have 2 tiers that you can pledge at. We have the $1 a month, that's $1 a month, or $12 a year tier. And what that will get you is early access to all of our playthroughs, which the playthrough right now is Tacoma, but that is going to change by the end of July. And I'm not going to tell you what the next game is. It's a secret. And you will also gain the ability to participate in Patreon-only posts. Now, if you're feeling extra frisky and you want to bump that pledge up from $1 to $5, that's $5 a month or $60 a year, you get everything at the $1 tier, but you also gain your name or organization added to the Friends of the Show section of every single Thursday night hangout. So if you want to become a patron of Alter Confusion, go to Patreon, that's patreon.com/Altered Confusion. Now, I know that we are not giving something as cool as a stapler and a Switch 2, but, ladies and gentlemen, Alter Confusion is proud to say that we have been fundraising for Extra Life for 14 years straight. Extra Life is gamers doing what they do best, game, to help sick and injured children at their chosen Children's Miracle Network Hospital. The money that we raise through Extra Life will go directly to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta as unrestricted funds. This means that the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars we raise make the biggest impact in the lives of the kids they treat. So if you have the capacity to donate, please go to extra-life.org and search for Altered Confusion. Now, Zealeus already put this up in the chat, but ladies and gentlemen, I know that if you are looking for maybe some sweet Altered Confusion swag, you can always go over to alteredconfusion.tv/merch. That's MERCH. You can get this nice hat. You can get perhaps the Altered Confusion coffee mug, or perhaps you're looking for one of these really, really high quality vinyl stickers, or perhaps the pet food bowl. There's so many options. Just go over to, like I said, alteredconfusion.tv/merch, and you can get one of those amazing items. And to be honest with you, that we don't really make a lot of money off of your purchases. I could jack up the prices so we can make more money, but no, I want people to actually have the I'd rather have them have the Altered Confusion swag than me making bank, because that's just me. I'm a terrible business person. What can I say?
But I need bank, man. I need bank to feed your house.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that how it works?
Sure, why not? Okay. Here's this next story. I saw this and I agree, but I'm also offended by.
Oh, dear.
And that is that a recent gaming marketing analyst credits the success of Steam on the fact that the users act like drunken sailors. And the reason why they say this is that the vast majority of Steam users, according to them, spend their money irresponsibly when dealing with Steam. Now, of course, to give you a little bit more context, one of the reasons is that you're going to buy a bunch of games that you're probably never going to play because Steam days and those beautiful package deals that you got to have. You want one of those games, but you could get, instead of just one game for that $80, you could get 7 games for that $80. And so, you splash a little extra.
I mean, yes, there's truth to that.
Yeah.
But it's also because, like, every time I sign in to my computer, I feel like Blizzard Battle.net has, like, logged me out and forgot my password.
Yep.
How many times has, that EA app, it's changed, like, you've had, like, uninstall and reinstall apps before.
Yep.
You just know Steam is going to work. Like, whatever magic sauce they do, like, it just continues to work and function and happily trickle on. And you don't have, like, it's not like you bought a game 10 years ago and it, like, gets delisted, because it does happen. But guess what? I can still go download that game and play it 10 years later. Mm-hmm. So, on one hand, I don't disagree with the premise, but what is being left out that's crucial is we're Drunken Pirates behind Steam, because it's frankly a great product that just does what it's supposed to. Yeah. And that's why I continue to buy products on Steam. Is you're right. We all have the backlog of, it's a meme of a joke of like, I have, how many games I've never even opened in Steam. Like, I've been playing a hell of a lot of Anno 1800. It's sat unused for like 2 years. And I'm okay with that. But then when I'm ready, I'm like, oh, I can play it now. And I can play it. I don't have to do any weird workarounds. So, yes, like, that's why we do stupidity, is because Steam works well.
Yep. Like I said, I think that they're absolutely right. And I'm also offended because they're right.
Yep.
I don't even want to know how many games I've bought over the years that have never once been installed on any of my computers.
Oh dear.
That'd probably make me really sad.
I hear that.
Then there's also some games that, you look back many, many years later going, oh, I own that? That's
And
weird.
I've put hours into the game. I really don't remember putting any hours into this game, but apparently I did.
Yeah.
That definitely happens too.
Speaking of another game company, the game company Capcom has had to come out and cancel their performance lecture for their Monster Hunter, based on their Monster Hunter game. Apparently, many of the staff have been openly threatened by by fans because of, ironically, the game performance, which they were going to give you a lecture about. So yeah, I can understand.
Nothing inspires. What is the that quote like? Morale the beatings will continue until morale improves. Like nothing's gonna make a person want to improve a product, regardless of what it is, by threatening them. And regardless, like all joking aside, like there's other human people on the other side of the keyboard.
Yep.
Don't be a douchebag. Like people have actual feelings and people take pride in their work. And I know we've talked about it. We're like, it's one thing to have like, actual constructive criticism. Like we've brought up like review bombing and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And regardless if as long as you're not getting personal, that's one thing, whether or not you agree with review bombing.
Mm-hmm.
When you start like actually attacking the people and threatening them, regardless of how bad a product is, that just crosses a line that nobody should cross.
Well, I mean, the one of the examples that always come to mind is, oh man, I don't even know how old the game is now, but there was a game called Fez that was phenomenal, and there was a legal battle behind it, but let's skip to that. But the guy who won the right to continue to have the IP, he was all about making an additional a new Fez, a sequel, Fez 2. But because of the fact that it was taking too long in the eyes of fans, and to be totally honest with you, he does not have thick skin whatsoever. And I'm actually surprised that he was able to push Fez, the first one, out. But he got beaten up so bad over Fez 2 development that he just stopped and has since disappeared. He has nothing to do with... he's probably completely out of the industry because of the verbal lashings that he got because he wasn't getting the game fast enough.
Well, if I were a public figure, I would definitely not want to be reading online messages because it doesn't matter who you are. There's going to be some very terrible online things written about you.
Yeah. There's any business out there. There's going to be somebody who is going to find offense to you and can cause many people's lives to be hell. I know of this happens a lot. Lawyers who win cases and then the defendant or the plaintiff who lose the case go after the public figure that is the law firm or the lawyers, start stalking them. I mean, it's some scary shit.
I was actually thinking about that when I was on a jury duty 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was thinking about that throughout the case because like the amount of money that the person suing was asking for, like I could see like either party, like regardless of whether we found guilty or not guilty, like, and not because anything that was said or done, just given the circumstances of the case, because you're literally talking the livelihood of either the plaintiff or the defendant in their eyes being ruined, basically, depending on how you ruled these things. That was kind of the first thing that went through my mind. I was like, man, like, hope none of these people are like, take it too far depending on how we find it.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So, don't be a dick. I mean, let's go back to Will Wheaton's mantra of just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Please.
Or of course the classic Penny Arcade cartoon.
Yeah. That's who. The dickwad theory.
Yeah.
Or theorem or whatever. All right, let's go to something a little bit happier, shall we? Way back in the day, and I mean like way back, 2008, way back, there was a game that took, I think it started on Xbox Live Arcade by storm, from a company called The Behemoth, and that game was called Castle Crashers.
Oh, yes, I like the classic.
Now, let's fast forward to 2025, 17 years later, and ladies and gentlemen, crazily enough, Castle Crashers is getting a new DLC.
Really?
It is called the Painter Boss Paradise DLC. It is being released August the 6th, but there is a catch.
Oh.
The catch is that only one version of Castle Crashers is going to have this DLC available to them.
And that is?
Steam. So if you unfortunately have it on the Switch, the 360, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 3, Xbox One, if you don't have it through Steam, you will not be able to purchase this DLC.
But what about my Xbox 360 copy?
You can play the old versions.
Totally right, him. But
Yeah.
Penny Arcade is still be. I haven't looked at the website in years.
Yeah.
It's still being updated today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, because there's so many. Because it was like right around. What was it like? I guess it would have been like the early 2010s, late 2000s.
Yep.
There was a blow up of a ton of webcomics.
Yep.
That I read religiously, and a lot of them died out. And I guess Penny Arcade was one who's stood the test of time.
Well, I mean, Penny Arcade also has PAX,
True.
East,
Yeah,
Prime,
that's fair.
all of that stuff, where some of these other webcomics have kind of either the creator has decided to move on to another project, or they've just unfortunately run its course and lost their fan base, or they did something controversial and lost their fan base.
Yeah, I remember I had like a morning and I'd open up like 10 tabs.
Yep.
Of like my daily comics I'd read, and just hasn't been a thing now. Kind of.
Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Okay. The last topic I have here is I wish that we could have more happy news, but for those out there who were huge fans, or are huge fans, I should say, of Warcraft Rumble, which is, of course, the mobile game.
Yeah.
Set in the Warcraft universe. Blizzard has made it official that there will be no new development on Warcraft Rumble going forward. There will continue to be patches applied to the game for, just to keep it running. But there's no longer going to be active development on this title. They've completely kaputsied it.
Sunset it. Kind of like Heroes of the Storm.
Blizzard basically said that it just didn't live up to the expectations. Ultimately, there was not enough to. Basically, they thought that over the years they thought that they had gotten maybe pieces that would work, but ultimately it wasn't enough to put the game on a path for sustainability, and so they're just, yeah.
My understanding, I never played it, but my understanding is it's extremely pay-to-win PvP game.
Yes.
So,
or you just had to get lucky as hell doing the same thing over and over again.
Like, we don't know why the game didn't do well. I'm like, have you actually talked to your gamers? And not your bean counters.
Right.
And asked them, like, why is this game shit? And, like, I mean, you look at games that have done really well in Steam. I mean, look at the extreme popularity of gacha games.
Yep.
I mean, look at Hoyoverse and their games. Look at all of the 5v5 Guild Wars, not Guild Wars, but those Guild Wars type. Not to be confused with the MMO Guild Wars, but those like Guild Wars mobile games where it's like 5v5 and you fight with your guilds and shit.
Yeah.
So like they're extremely popular mobile games that are a lot of them are predatory, but they do extremely well. So it's hilarious to me that Blizzard couldn't figure out a way to monetize that game. It's kind of nuts when like a ton of publishers have already obviously done it, trying to do the same thing. It's just kind of humorous to me. I don't know.
I think sorry, I just saw this news just come. I just accidentally stumbled upon this news. We talked about this before, but Pokemon Go.
It's a game
on Apple, on the Apple platform. They removed the support for 32-bit, and it looks the 32-bit support for Android phones has just gone away. So the latest update is making the game completely unplayable for some users. With this, because they've dropped the support for 32-bit Android devices.
I mean, those games, those 32-bit's just a tad bit outdated.
Yeah.
There does come a time when the developer has to be like, look, to make a game better for everyone, we just have to drop this old ass shit technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was sad when what's it called? What's the game called? It's basically Snake with RPG.
Oh,
it was on the Ouya, and then
I know. God, we keep talking about this game, and I keep forgetting.
And that was dropped when iOS dropped 32-bit, and that was like 5-6 years ago. It's been years since I've been able to play that on my phone. I was so mad because that was a great game.
Nimble Quest.
Yeah. Why could we not play Nimble Quest? Fantastic game. And it's not like the publisher doesn't exist. They just never updated it.
Yeah.
That's what makes it. Oh, it's on Steam.
Is Nimble Quest on Steam?
It is. I just looked. I Googled Nimble Quest, and it first hits on Steam.
Nice.
Well, oh, geez. I might have to give me some Nimble Quest on my Steam.
Nice. Well, you could do that. I mean, and the other thing is it's bite-sized sessions, so
yeah.
You know. But yeah. Yes. The Ouya. That wonderful platform. A great example of marketing done wrong. Well, done right during the campaign, and then done absolutely horseshit wrong as soon as the Kickstarter campaign was done.
And by wrong, you mean like none?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We're excited about this product. Let's talk about it. Oh, wait, we reached our goal. Radio silence.
Yep, pretty much.
You can't do that.
Ooh, this would be a great game if you had a Steam Deck.
What? Oh, Nimble Quest?
Nimble Quest. Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Which I don't have one, so it's not really helpful. But yeah.
Oh, speaking of purchases, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost into the final day of Prime Days. So if you wanted to get in on some of those sweet deals, which apparently some of the Nintendo stuff is being discounted, not the Switch 2. Let's just put that out there.
I did
not the Switch 2.
actually finally break down and bought a Kindle.
Very good.
I've actually been reading because I was reading my iPad in this.
Yeah.
And like, it hurts my soul a little bit, not gonna lie.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm like, so when I was traveling over the last like couple of months,
yep.
It's also a hell of a nice to just have one electronic device to carry all your books.
Yep.
And you know, if you ever grew up in the age when you have like 3 large books literally taking up half your suitcase, I think I'd become a convert to the dark side. It hurts, but I think it's finally happened.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, just for those out there who may not be in the know, Zealeus doesn't read books; he reads tomes, and so they're basically the thickness of a phone book. Well, actually, no, I can't say phone book because I don't think anyone really knows what the hell the yellow pages or the white pages are anymore. So a thick dictionary. Okay, so let me explain what a book is. Let's just go with that first. It's no, seriously.
Yeah.
It's for me personally, it's made a hell of a difference. My one issue, or the one sad thing that I've run into when it came to the Kindle, was that there are certain omnibuses that's like a collection of all these books together that you could buy a physical copy of, but if you try to do it digitally, they don't have that option. You have to buy all the books separately, which is a little bit sad. The Great Book of Amber, not an option. You got to buy all 7 books. Is it
10.
7? I think
it's 5 and 5.
Yeah,
5 for the first half and then 5 for the second half.
Oh, there he is.
Did I disconnect?
No. I meant there's the book.
Oh, yeah.
9 Princesses of Amber, The Guns of Avalon, Sign of the Unicorn, The Hand of Oberon, The Courts of Chaos, Trumps of Doom, Blood of Amber, Sign of Chaos, Knight of Shadows, and Prince of Chaos. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 books. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I remember traveling with that damn thing to Europe with you.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a thin book for Zealeus. I'm just kidding.
It's how I get my muscles. Is I lift big books.
It's like, I don't pack anything but the books. No, but, you know.
I don't need clothes. I wear books for clothes.
I'll just wash everything. I'll just wash the one outfit I have in the sink at night and just hang it over the shower rod. It's fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Fine.
I got priorities.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, if you tomorrow is the last day of Prime Day, so if there's anything out there that you're like, oh man, I need that, like perhaps.
So have you found anything that you just could not give up and you had to get on the Steam sale, or not Steam sales, the Amazon sales?
To be totally honest with you, I have almost made it through the entire thing without. Well, I've made 3 purchases.
Yeah.
I got I desperately needed Joy-Con replacements for the Switch.
Oh yes,
because,
that's fair.
For some reason the left Joy-Con has been my nemesis. I've got one left Joy-Con that does not charge, so that's useless. And then the other left Joy-Con that I have, the left shoulder button doesn't work. And fun fact, there is a shit ton of RPG games on the Switch that utilize heavily the left freaking shoulder button. And so I can't play it as a handheld. Nice. Unless, of course, I want to basically hold it in my lap and then use a game controller. Because that's the only way that I can use that freaking left shoulder. So got that. I got a new USB It's basically, instead of getting compressed air cans, it's basically the equivalent of, like a dust shooter thing that I'm sure Zealeus has at his house. I didn't have one. I thought I bought one, but it turns out, yep, that one, that right there. I thought that I had bought
Christmas.
one, and it turns out that I had accidentally bought a, instead of a blower, it is a mini vacuum. Nice. So I can suck up all the nastiness between the keys, but I really needed the blower. So I got a new blower, and then of course, I bought myself. I got one
for Christmas, and my dad and my brother was mocking me for getting this, and I was like, "Have you ever used a computer in your life, or need to dust anything off in your life?
Yeah,
you're an idiot. These are the greatest things ever. Very useful and practical."
Yeah, exactly.
And it's better than canned air, because canned air you do at the wrong angle, all of a sudden spits out cold water basically, and just no.
Or the fact if you use that canned air, even if you're holding it correctly for a long time, you're basically holding an ice bomb in your hand by the end.
Yep.
And then of course I bought myself a pair of shorts.
Throwing out all these cans.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I have been very tempted by the Amazon Fire tablets, though.
Ooh.
But I have been able to hold myself, or stop myself from having to do succumbing to the desire to buy one of those heavily discounted things. I don't need any more Echoes in my house. Have one basically in every single room in my house, so I don't need any more of those. My Kindle works. My wife's Kindle works. Both my boys have Kindles, so we don't need no more Kindles. And we've got enough Ring cameras. So I think we're, most of the stuff that I would fall. Oh, and we also have enough HEPA filters in the entire house. So I think my random purchases that I would have, bought a shit ton of, I'm able to, and
sounds like Jeff Bezos is listening on your house right now by the amount of
the only sad thing is that I missed my opportunity. If I waited just a little bit longer to buy my energy drinks, I could have gotten a discount on those. But I bought them July 2nd.
Well, you could buy more now and just have them in inventory.
This is true.
There's nothing. That's smart shopping, sir. At that point.
Damn it, Zealeus. Damn it.
Pure elf.
Stop using this logic.
Hey, if it involves spending money, I'm all for
it. Okay. Well, All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've reached the end of our show. So, without further ado, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to the Alter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been a pleasure giving you to come our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. We'll be back next Thursday for another Alter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother.